Hi everyone, my name's Abby and I want to live in a world where people talk about money more freely and aren't embarrassed about talking about money. So in order to do that, I need to be more comfortable talking about my money situation, which leads me to making this video, my first video on YouTube. And I'm going to talk about my last month in terms of money. So actually, about 2 months ago now almost, someone that I follow on Instagram, she offered to send me a link for a free audiobook on Audible, which is the Barefoot Investor. I listened to that audiobook at the end of January, which is just after my payday. I get paid on the 20th of each month, and by the time I was finished with listening to that audiobook, I knew I wanted to try this new way of dealing with my money, of organising my money really. But I had to wait until my February pay because I had pretty much used all of my January pay already, and I was just waiting for more money. That used to be kind of the story of my life. I would use up my pay. I'm not used to getting paid monthly, even though I've been getting paid monthly for about 2 years now. I'm still getting used to it, but I think I've found in the Barefoot Investor a way that works for me to organise my money. So the way that the Barefoot Investor suggests you organise your money is that you have 4 different pots of money when you get your pay. So your pay goes into your bank account, and that bank account is called your everyday expenses, and you keep 60% of your money in that bank account for things like food, like groceries, not takeaways, groceries, insurances, bills, just everything like that, rent, that kind of thing. Then you put 10% in another bank account and call that your splurge account. Your splurge account is for your fast food, for your takeaways, anything that you want to spend your money on during the month, that's for you. Or if it's not a month, for your pay period, however long your pay period is. So splurge is for your clothes, your just random shopping days, going out with friends, everything like that. You get 10% of your money, you can spend it however you want. Just make it last. Or if you don't make it last, you just have to wait. Then you put 20% of your money into another bank account, and that's called your fire extinguisher. Your fire extinguisher is meant to go towards either financial fires, like if you have an emergency during the month and like you get a cracked windscreen or something like that on your car and you need money to repair it then and there, that's what that's for. If you have it at the end of the month, then you put it towards either debt, if you have debt, or you put it towards a really long-term savings goal, such as emergency fund or your home deposit or something like that. And then you get another 10% of your money, the last 10% of your money, and you put that in your Smile account. Your Smile account is for shorter-term savings and saving up for things that make you smile when you think about having them or doing them, or once you get there, you just know that you're going to make yourself happy with what you're saving for. So I did that with my February pay. I put it in all different bank accounts. I still need to go and get a new debit card or FPOS card or whatever for my splurge account. At the moment I just spend out of my everyday expenses and then put it back in from my splurge account. I went in and my bank told me that I could use my same debit card for that account and just use a different account option, but I tried that and it didn't work, so I have to go back. So for my pay last month, I got a higher than usual pay because I do get quarterly incentives at work, and that was one of them. So in the end I spent 53%, I think, of my take-home pay on my everyday expenses and spent the difference, so about 16-17% of my pay on splurge, which I probably should have put that towards something like the fire extinguisher or my Smile account, but I was just having a lot of fun, really. I had a lot of things on during February and March, and I just needed a little bit more money, and it's alright. I still saved 20% for my fire extinguisher, and I still saved 10% for my Smile Fund, so that's all good. So my everyday expenses covered my trip to explore with my best friend Emily and her husband Luca and our friend Vera. That was really fun. 3 days camping and hanging out with them. And it also just, I did a bit of shopping. I do buy far too much food and don't cook enough. So that's one way that I'm going to have to keep my splurge account down, is by cooking more of the food that I buy from the supermarket and not always buying food in takeaways. My Smile account, I was planning on having it to go to see my sister for her birthday in April, but I realised before I booked my tickets that I actually need to renew my passport, so I can't do that as well as buy the tickets, because tickets were going to be really expensive because it was Easter, and then put another $200 on top of that to get my new passport, and it just wasn't in the cards for me at the moment, so I'll just wait until later. I'm not sure what I'm going to spend that Smile money on now. I'm thinking maybe the John Mayer concert, which is actually this weekend in Auckland. If I can find someone to go with me, then I'll totally go to that. And then my fire extinguisher at the moment is going towards paying off my credit card. So I've paid off my credit card like 3 or 4 times, got into that sweet $0 balance, and then I kept spending. So I've cut up my card, and this is the last time that I'm going to be paying it off. And I'm never going to get another credit card again, because I'm just not at the stage where I can use it responsibly. Like, I'm not going to lie. I just look at it and I'm like, well, I've got $200 on there. I could go buy something. So instead of paying off my credit card straight away when I got paid, what I did is I put it into another one of my accounts. I have a lot of accounts just there and available for me to put money into. Not that I ever really had any money, but this month I did. So I put it into another account and just left it there for the month, just in case something happened during the month that I needed it for. I was going to the optometrist, so if I needed glasses, I was going to use my fire extinguisher fund for those. Luckily, my eyes are still fine. They're normal eyes. So I didn't need to spend money on that because I had my AA membership that got me the free eye tests, so I got to use all of my fire extinguisher fund to pay down my credit card. And yeah, I just found my first month on the Barefoot Investor budget, I guess, really good. I got to the end of the month and I was so pleased with myself, because I thought I was going to get halfway through and be like, I'm done, like, I need more money, gotta take it out of my splurge account, my Smile account, or my fire extinguisher account or something. Might have been because I got paid more because of my incentive, so let's see how this month goes. Hopefully I can keep up the momentum, but I'm so happy with it at the moment. Before this, I was trying to do a zero-sum budget, where you budget every single dollar into a different expense, and you don't leave a dollar uncounted for. There's no such thing as just saying this is my spending money type of thing, or if there is, it's lower than 10%. So for me, cutting it up into these different chunks really helped me to distinguish which parts of my money were for spending, which parts were for saving, and which parts were for bills. Everything got paid on time. I didn't have I had one little hiccup where I paid my credit card minimum. So my credit card minimum is in my daily expenses budget. So, and then my fire extinguisher is on top of the minimum. So I paid my minimum, and then I took my I lowered my limit. That's what I did. Lowered my limit to the closest $100. So I think I had like $11 or something available on my credit card, because I lowered it as much as possible. But then my interest was charged, and that was like $35. So I had to put a little bit extra into my credit card that month, but it's fine. I made it work. It's all good. Yeah, so that's my money story at the moment. That's how I'm organizing my money. If you have any ideas about how you organize your money that work for you, please leave them down below. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.